Hey guys, this video is a little bit different because it's just something that I experienced today that I would like to kind of talk about, share my concerns with, and overall see if there can somehow ever be a fix for this type of problem. Now, I personally really hate the Sonic Speed Simulator community, and it's not because of the straight up diehard fans, not even really the YouTubers, even though some YouTubers do get under my skin a little bit. Most YouTubers don't bother me, and that's not why I hate this community. Or the like weak updates that we can get sometimes, that's not it either. The thing that I hate most about this community, and what I mean by I hate this community, has to go to the trading community. This game's trading community is really, really bad. And I say that because today I had a experience that wasn't that pleasant. Now, it's basically a story. I'm going to talk about the story, and then I'm going to do a little tiny bit of ranting afterwards. So, the story starts off with me and my girlfriend. We're waiting to pick up my sister, so we're just sitting here playing Speed Sim. And there was this one guy who was asking people for Movie Knuckles, but he was... You guys ever see that one guy where he just can't comprehend that nobody wants to trade with him? So he starts spamming in all caps. That was this guy. He wanted Movie Knuckles, and specifically, because sometimes people say Movie Knuckles, but they mean Series Knuckles. So he's asking constantly if anybody would trade a Movie Knuckles. And he had an offer for him, but it was a really specific one. If you guys didn't know, for skins, there's a unofficial Speed Sim skin value sheet where you can see like how many red rings your skins are valued at. And Movie Knuckles is valued at 8 to 9k, and Series Knuckles is valued at 7 to 8,000. Now, he wanted Movie Knuckles so bad that he said that he would quote-unquote be a little bit generous and go a little bit over what he's worth. And since he's worth 9k, he thought to make the offer of 9,670 red star rings. And personally, that bothered me because that was a really odd number. So I told him, because I was wearing the skin earlier today, and he's harassing me trying to get me to trade with him. And I told him that that's a really specific number. Why can't you just round up to 1,000? Because most people, if they're gonna pay slightly over what a skin is worth, they'll pay at least 1,000, so people can get a nice even number of red star rings. And if not, they'll go up by 500s. So if he could have paid at least 9,500, a nice even number. But he didn't like that very much. I asked him why that specific amount, and he said because. That's it, just because. That's the only reason he gave. And he came out with a little bit of backlash because I told him that's whack. Now, he thought I was referring to the overall offer. I was just referring to the specific number. I thought that was a little weird. when you should have just evened it out. And plus, you're asking me for my skin, so technically I should get a say in how much I want for it. But he didn't agree so. He didn't think so, he didn't agree so. He was not a fan. Now, I actually have these messages pulled up on my phone, which at the end of the video, I am going to do a little slideshow so you guys can actually see the screenshots. But after he's fighting with me saying that I'm just mad at the price and all that, which, how could I be mad at the price? Like, I don't know. I don't think he knew what he was talking about. But he asks, like, why I'm so angry, and it's like, I'm not angry, but he didn't believe so. So eventually, after us bickering back and forth, I just said, gang, I'm literally asking you if you want my movie knuckles. I give up. Do you want to trade me for it? And he apparently said yes, and I just didn't pay attention, and he said that's why I offered the red star rings to you. But he didn't offer it just to me, he offered it to the whole server. He said this is how much he's paying for this specific skin. Which, if you wanted to specifically ask me, you should have either privated messaged, or you should have specifically said my name, and then this is my offer. And I told him that since I had to go, because my sister was in the car, so I had to drive back home. So I told him that I gotta go, just add me, and I'll invite you to a server later, and we can do the trade. And I gotta give credit to this one dude. His name is Exel6000. He kind of stood up for me a little bit, and I have to be thankful for him. Because he told him, bro wants 10k. If you can't pay it or don't want to, just live with it. Which is true. Guys, if people are asking for a price, or should I say, not even this. If you guys are on the giving end, if you are the ones giving the skin away, if you ask for a price and nobody wants to pay it, don't let them haggle you. Stick to your price. That is your skin that you're giving away. They do not have, I guess, the authority to control and dictate what they should be giving you. It's your skin. If you have a set and firm price, stick with it. It is not worth it. Do not let these guys try to haggle you. And I told him thank you, and he said yes. But then this guy says, I don't have much time, I'm giving you 9k for it now, sorry. So he already went back down in price, which it's like, okay, you're just lessening your chances of getting the skin because you had almost 10,000, and now you're lowering it down by a huge portion. And then the guy also stood up for me again and said, then I guess it's no deal, because I'm like, thank you, dude. Like, thank you. So he said it was no deal, and apparently where this guy lives, it's 2 a.m. And I said, bro, no way it's 2 a.m. where you're at. And he said that is a little, like, and then he just starts stuttering. Like, he's like, that's literally ... just ... what ... like... It's almost like he was trying to, like, stutter, but on text, which is just mad cringy. Don't do that. And I told him, if you want the skin, just add me and I'll invite you back some other time and we can do the deal. Personally, now I'm not going to do the deal because of what I'm about to say next, is why I'm not going through with it and why he probably unadded me. But then he was saying that I only got one, never mind two, which I don't have two. I think he said two because I have series knuckles and movie knuckles when they're not the same thing. And then it's just more back and forth of, I'm genuinely just asking, do you want it? If so, add me and I'll invite you back later. But he's just fighting with me. But then I shut my phone off and we drove back. And when I turned my phone back on, it reconnected me to the same server. And when I got in, the same guy was talking trash about me with another guy. Now, I'm not trying to leak usernames, but the guy who's fighting with me, it's Hearts, capital H-E, capital A-R-T-Z, one of the cringiest names ever. He was arguing with, like, some dude named Draco Bloxer. Great creative usernames, guys. But apparently he was complaining about somebody, and then he starts talking about me while I'm in there and says, There was another person who literally went full on rage mode on me, saying my offer was whack. I did say his offer was whack, but I didn't go full rage mode. I was just confused on why he was asking for a specific amount, and asked that if he wants a better shot at guaranteeing a skin, you should round up to an even number. And Draco says, how? I've seen people giving 3K for it. Nobody's giving 3K for a Movie Knuckles. And if people are giving away Movie Knuckles for 3K, they are scamming themselves. That's a terrible deal. Movie Knuckles is not even closely worth to 3K. So, and I don't think anybody would give them away for that low of a price. And then he says, tell me about it, question mark, which that's... Why are you asking a question? That's a statement. He said, bro said I should give him 1,000 more, not 600. Which... I did, because the number would be even. It's much more appealing and gratifying when you have an even number. If you want to pull someone in and you just have an even number, especially little kids, they don't want to read all these digits. They just see how many zeros and what number you put in front of those zeros. And that's what almost guarantees a sale. He didn't agree with me. And then he says, Movie Knuckles is not up to 10K. And it's like, yeah, he isn't, but I was saying that if you want to guarantee the deal with me, you're going to want to pay 10K. I never once claimed he was up to 10K. I just stated that I would prefer if he rounded up to 10K, because then it would be an even number. And then he says, and then Draco says, yeah, he should have taken the offer, which, who are you to dictate if I should be taking offers or not? Like, you know nothing about this game, saying I should take an offer for a really whack... Okay, so just imagine, right, guys? You have, like, random example. Like, you have fake gold Knuckles, and he's worth, let's say, 35,000 red star rings. How would you feel if somebody gave you the offer of 34,825. No, 24. 35,824. That is such a specific number. You'd be like, why not just round it up to 35,300, or better yet, just stick with 35,000. That's where I was trying to tell him, don't give me a random number, because what am I gonna do with these extra red rings that I don't know what they could even go towards? And then he starts talking trash about me, saying he should have. No, I shouldn't, dude. Your offer was really suspicious. And plus, you were being rude and trying to peer pressure me into taking your offer. And then he claims that I said I should add him and he'll invite me later. I did do that because if you wanted my offer, I had to go. So it's like, hey, if you want to secure this deal, get back to me. And he's like, hell no, gang. I want to sell, not play the waiting game. Well, sorry, bro, but half the time you're gonna play the waiting game. Because when you're putting offers on rare skins, people have to consider your offer, and even then check with other players or other streamers, other creators, other anything, other sites, to make sure that you're not scamming them. So, yes, you do have to play the waiting game. Don't trade if you don't want to have to wait. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. And then Draco's all, was he thinking the price would chunk up over a day or something? No, I didn't. I was just saying that I don't want an odd number. I would instantly sell it to you if you gave me an evened out number. And then he talks about more trash, saying it's not Bitcoin. Sorry, bro, never claimed it was Bitcoin. It's 1,000 red star rings. That's not that big of a difference. And Hearts is all... It's not like I asked for Sonic, it was frickin' Knuckles. Exactly, no one cares about Knuckles, so why do you? My offer was perfect. Buddy, your offer was definitely not perfect. With an odd-ass number like that, your offer was not perfect. Don't go telling people you had perfect offers when your offers were not perfect. Especially when this dude who's siding with you, you never told him the offer you gave me. Therefore... Like, buddy, you can't be saying that. Glad someone smart took, and then he says, my offer was perfect, glad someone smart took it. Okay, who cares? And Draco's all, yeah, Movie Sonic is tough to find. Anyway, have fun. I have him and Tail. No one cares. Literally, no one cares. Like, you're just being an absolute asshole for no reason because I wanted a fair, even price, but you wanted to kind of cheap out and give me some, like, risky, dodgy offer. Like, I don't know why you did that. But that's kind of just the little rant I wanted to go on. The trading community is terrible, especially when a lot of times I'll just go into servers just to see what people are saying, see if there's any good offers going, anything. And half the time I just get met with either people being sexist, racist, rude, people just harassing these little kids, which half of these little kids can't spell, which, is that a problem? Yes, it is a problem that they can't spell. However, Roblox is a children's game, so most of these people are probably just kids. And you're trashing and being disrespectful to a little kid who probably doesn't even know the alphabet backwards. And the worst part is, too, half the people who are rude to these little kids and are racist, sexist, all that, they're grown adults. It's like, buddy, go get a job. Why are you on this kids game harassing children, begging for trades? Like, bro, go get a family, go get a girlfriend. Because that's what I'm met with nowadays. I'm either met with straight up harassment, or there's people who are spamming my name trying to peer pressure me into taking their deals. Which, I don't like that. And I'm pretty sure most people watching this video, assuming I get views on this video, also don't like that. But anyways, I'm gonna pan to the shots. You may look at those if you will. You can pause if you want to read them. But I do have more videos coming out this week. I will see you guys in the next video. And I really hope that this community gets less toxic and less rude. Because not even just the trading community, but overall the whole speed sim community is just straight up terrible.
So this is some of the shots. I'm going to be quiet just so you guys can read these. As you can see, this is where I'm genuinely asking. He says I'm not capable of having normal conversations, so he's just being mean. He barely explained. Now, these are just the shots that I could get. Most of them were actually gone when I loaded back, so I couldn't get a bunch of stuff. But as you can see, I genuinely asked. He didn't obviously say yes, but he says that he did, so whatever. He says that's why I offered you the RSR, but he didn't. He offered them to the whole server. He didn't specifically mention me. And then I told him, then add me and I'll invite you later. Jeez, because it's like he's wasting my time. And I want to give a shout out to this guy, because he says, bro wants 10K. If you can't pay it or don't want it, just live with it. And I told him thank you, because genuinely, that's true. Like, thank you. And then if I go back one, he tells me he doesn't have much time, and then he goes down, I guess, for no reason. And no deal. Like, thank you. He says it's already 2 a.m. Where do you live where it's 2 a.m.? What? And I said, bro, no way, because, like, how is it 2 a.m. where you are? That is literally, like, he stutters. And then I told him, just add me, because it's like, buddy, I have stuff to do. If you want it, then... And then here's where he starts to slander me with this other dude, where he says if another person who literally went full on rage mode, I didn't get raged, I wasn't upset. All I said was his offer was whack because it was such a specific. The offer itself wasn't even bad, I just didn't like how specific it was, so I asked him to go up to 10K instead of 9,673. And he, again, tries to lie with 600, but it was 700. And he says, I've seen people giving 3K for it. Nobody's given 3K for that. Tell me about it. Like, there was no need for the question mark. Bro, I should give 1,000 more, not 600. Movie Knuckles is not up to 10,000. And that's again where I didn't say anything because I didn't want to start another argument, but I never claimed Movie Knuckles was 10,000. I acknowledged that he was 9,000. I just asked if he really wanted to solidify this deal. I would definitely go for it if he went up another 1,000 instead of 700. Um, yeah, instead of 673. And then he says I should have taken the offer, but the offer was really bad and the guy was rude, so I shouldn't have. I could tell you were giving a lot. No, he wasn't. He was giving me barely over what bro was worth. He should have. He said I should add him and not invite me later. Like, hell no, gang. I want to sell, not play the waiting game. Um, with the way you're acting, you are not going to make it in the business world if you do try to do that. And then this dude starts to also talk bad about me, saying, did I think the price would chunk up over a day? No, I didn't. I just said that when you're in the business world, people are going to try to haggle you. That's how trading works. You haggle for the best possible deal. But he didn't want to haggle. He just expected me to accept it and give it to him on a silver platter, which, I'm sorry, bro, but that's not how trading works. That's not how business works. And then this is the last one where he says it's not Bitcoin. I never once claimed it was Bitcoin. It's not like I asked for Sonic. It was freaking Knuckles. Who cares, bro? He says his offer was perfect. It wasn't. And then glad someone smart took it. I don't know who would take your offer. Yeah, Movie Sonic is tough to find because nobody wants to trade really rare skins away. And he says, anywho, have fun. It's like, deep down, I feel like even he recognized, like, this dude's just ranting for no reason. Just, like, I'm done. And then he says, I have him in Tails. And then he doesn't reply back. Like, no one's talking to you, bro. Like, he slandered me with you, but then afterwards he didn't want to keep talking. So it's like, bro. But yeah, those are the messages from that stupid incident. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Bye.